Do you hear that? The giant iguana. Look. What the fuck?
I'm always, like, ready for it to happen.
Has that happened before?
Once,
It's crazy that you can see this so long.
kind of my favorite part of the whole experience.
I mean, it's on brand.
It's, you know.
Should we get them dirty?
Come on in, bud.
I don't know why this is not centered.
Is it, double check that the, bat is, like, all the way on there. Sometimes it, like,
No, it's on.
lifts up on one corner. It's a little bit higher, I feel, than, or you might be also a little bit taller. That there is one stool that's adjusted slightly taller. Either way, you're a little far away from it.
Okay. Should I do the different
Oh, okay, so see how it's like leaning, you're just like, it's slightly different than what you're doing.
Is it this side's higher?
So see how it's pointed. This is helping my back, but you might want to turn it around so you're leaning into it more.
Okay. This helps.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like you're a little far away and or a little over it.
Still too far away?
Not that, like, you're not too far away, it's more that your fork is too far away, so you're having to, like, lean over to try to center rather than, like...
Do you think it's this, wheel?
It's possible. It is...
I haven't thrown up this one before.
Yeah, no, they all are slightly different, and these you do get a little bit closer, so...
Maybe it's too small. Okay. Let's see if we can fix that.
Get a little bit more from your thumbs. Like, when you're here, you went forward thumb, so that this is, like,
On the left one?
on both of them. Or when you're coning.
Oh.
Because that'll keep that, that wobble in there happening. But also, when you cone down, did it flop over on itself?
So.
There's this, like, slight overhang to it. It might have a little bit of air in it, too. There's so many
fucked
things.
it up at this point, yeah. Because I coned it a few times and I tried to center it and then I tried to cone it again.
Go for another cone.
So you're saying thumbs more forward?
A little bit more with this, and then thumbs forward as well. There you go. And then on your way out, so go back to the top. It's about to pop off. Here, take the whole thing. Plonk it back down. And then just start with the tone down. So you're coming up too far with this. As soon as you start moving up, you want to move in and open that so that the clay, like you're guiding it up, but you're not forcing it up.
Like, this is just... What have I done? Oh my god.
Get your hands wet, and then just come to the back of it. And come over the top. Like, give it a hug from behind. Or I guess in front, yeah. So, hands together, and just kind of pull the foot back from yourself.
Like spinning or not spinning?
Here, start your reel.
What happened?
No, you're good. Start your reel. So, if it's nuts. So you're like a little far away, so it has room in this zone to move out, like all the way up and forward. No, on the way up, that's what you were here.
okay if it doesn't get as high though?
I exaggerate how much I cone when I'm showing you guys because I want you to see it for longer, but that's fine.
Okay.
It's really just like as long as there's not like a ton of clay and a skirt on the bottom.
Yeah.
like it's huge. I was having such a hard time throwing for like 6 solid months. Like, I thought I forgot how to do it.
Oh no. You were just addicted to it.
I was in the drum throne, which came to the same height as like the splash pan. And yeah, it totally, once I switched it out for like the right size stool. They are, this one might be the one that I couldn't get to change. So this one's lower. You can always switch out whatever. And then also, you have to make sure that this, the angle, that it covers. I had it there. That's how I had it.
Okay, is it all angled? Or is it just angled through?
It angles, it should angle towards the wheel. Yeah, it's like kind of like,
No, it's funny because the first time I ever realized that I had a long torso was when I first took an aerial yoga class. And the teacher was like adjusting the hammocks and she comes over and she's like, if you have a long torso like Alana, I was like, what? Excuse me?
got a long torso.
But now, like, when I go to Pilates classes, I always have it set to, like, the middle one. And if I lay in it like that, my knees are, like, into my chest. And so I'll start moving it. And they're like, oh, you're not that tall. Just leave me alone. Let me adjust it. I need to. Yeah, makes a big difference.
I think, I don't know.
You look pretty proportionate.
Like, what?
You look proportionate.
I've always had the like bodysuits and
Well, those are just trash.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, how does anybody fit into this?
I know. That's why American Apparel went out of business.
It's true.
Yeah, this feels better already.
Currently stuck between tasks right now. Do you have any questions?
Okay.
No.
What are you working on?
There are a couple shows, ceramic shows that I want to apply to right now. But I need to take the photos. Apply.
What do you submit in?
I think I'm gonna put in. That one's, she's like my magnum opus right now. This one, and then this guy. And her. So I'll do my little submission. I think I can
like
there.
that.
I've been trying to make more of these all month.
Is it eluding you now?
Huh?
Is it eluding you now?
No, they're always like just in reach, but it's not on the wheel. So
Oh, really?
they're all pinched. So I have to stand and like be able to like the last time I was able to do a set of 4, I literally like pulled my blinders down and it worked. And I was like in the studio just like working like this for like 6 hours.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh god,
Never
okay, I don't know what
works.
that means, but I gotta do my blinders.
I mean, I can see how you could get overstimulated here. Where do you work? Inside there or out here?
I end up at the desk most of the time because I have all of like the colors there and stuff.
Yeah.
And then being out here, I get like a little box sometimes. And I just end up sitting and like staring.
So good.
coffee or salsa or anything?
I'm good, thank you.
Do you drink coffee?
I wish. I still like can't handle it.
Oh, okay.
See us, bitch.
Crazy.
Did I tell you about how a cop crashed into me a couple months ago?
What?
Oh my god, it was literally the last day of art puzzle.
Sir.
And I already was like so just dead and done from the week. I don't go out ever. I went out every day of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday I was out till like 4 a.m. Friday, all day Saturday, and then Sunday was the last day, and I was like, I'm just going to a one-day party because my friend organizes it. I'm just going to show up, take a few hours, chill, go home. No, 2 blocks away, this fucking cop hit my car, and I was like, you're literally joking, right? So, you know how people in Miami just drive however the fuck they want?
Yes.
This is how it starts, right?
Flawless.
So, I generally am like, somewhere between cautious and aggressive. Like, I guess depending what city you're in, more or less aggressive. Here on the lesser side.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to die, right? So generally, you know, I'll wait to turn left after the other cars coming straight have gone. But at this particular intersection, it looked like there was enough room that I could go left before they started coming. So I did, and I almost hit a bicyclist in the walk lane, and I like broke suddenly. Was this close from hitting him, but I didn't hit him, and then just as suddenly as I broke, I get hit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I thought I hit the bicyclist at first, and I was like, fuck. But then I get out, and then I turn around, and I'm like, it's a fucking cop.
God.
But it's wild because I had no business turning left. He definitely had no business turning left.
Yeah.
So thankfully he wasn't trying to like dispute whose fault it was.
Oh,
It
he
was,
like rear-ended you?
yeah.
Okay.
So it was like very clear cut.
That makes a lot more. I was like, oh shit, that like worked out in your favor. That's awesome. But,
No,
like,
it
imagine
did.
him coming straight and like.
No, that would
T-bone.
have really sucked. So, you know, I pull over and I get out. I was like, did you hit me? Like, what just happened? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, today's not my day. I'm supposed to be at the Casilla Center. I'm running late. And I'm like, well, we're both going to be very late now. So thankfully he was like really nice, but we had to wait for his supervisor to get there from another jurisdiction, and then the Miami City Police to come do the fucking report. It took an hour and a half. So my day's ruined because by the time I get to the event, now they're not letting free entry in anymore, and I told my friend what happened. He's still giving me a hard time. I'm like, what the fuck? I literally paid. I paid and I went in and I cried in the bathroom for like 10 minutes. But I'm like, you know what? There has to be a fucking reason that this happened. That's not the universe just saying fuck you, right? There has to be a reason that it's gonna like benefit me somehow. So the last 2 months, it's just been such a wild goose chase trying to get the report and then trying to get the insurance company information, trying to get the car inspected, all this shit. So finally, a couple weeks ago, after it had been over a month since the accident, they gave me the insurance company's info. I reached out. They were really like responsive and quick. And then 2 weeks ago, I had the inspector meet me at a mechanic shop so they could like lift it up. So here's the part that's actually amazing and very like serendipitous for me. I had existing damage on that back left corner that I never got fixed, and I was like, yeah, this is from the accident.
That cop did that.
Right. Because what the cop did is barely a scratch. Oh,
Bro.
Bruh. Just go home. Just go home.
Oh my god.
Did
well, like, all of this is supposed to be as temporary as possible for code and then like hurricane, and you'll be able to break down really fast.
Do you take the whole tent out?
If I need to. It's not too bad. I mean, all of cables come in together, wheels go inside, tent comes down to the ground, and that's the hurricane plan.
Oh, it's a lot of work though.
It's not too bad. That's why the wheels are close to the entrances.
So anyways, I met them at the body shop, and it took like until this week I had to badger them again to see what the fucking estimate was. And they like lowballed the shit out of it, which I knew they were going to.
Mm-hmm.
So right before I came here, just on the way, I just stopped back over and I was like, "Can you give a new estimate that's higher than this, please?" So I'm like, I want more money. So I mean, he's cool. I think he will like help me out. But I'm just like, please let it be like a significant amount more, because yes, you know, I'll take whatever I can at this point, but it almost is like it has been so much of an inconvenience that even that amount feels like it's not worth it for that amount of inconvenience.
Yeah, like why have I gone through this whole fucking thing?
For fucking nothing. So anyways, we'll see what happens, but I was just like, of course.
Body repair is expensive.
Yeah,
like,
but they first.
And it's a cop.
So, but like when
Hey, Dave, do your like fix your citizens.
No. And I feel like if it was more significant, I would easily like sue the shit out of them. But I'm like, that's definitely not worth the hassle for me, I feel like. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But since moving to Florida, I've had to make 3 different police reports. And I feel like I'm so frequently interacting with the cops that I've like never in my life had to.
I haven't had any interactions with like bad ones down here, other than like a guy pulled me over because my tag was flapping in the wind.
Oh no.
And then like I think I got like my roads. I think it was out of date, so it ended up being like an hassle. And I was just like, I need to do this anyway. But
Yeah.
give me
Did
a
you get a
warning.
ticket?
That was
You got a
fun.
warning.
Otherwise, when I was in Jacksonville,
All the time.
I was like, is there a target on my car? I got like pulled over a total of like 9 times.
What?
And like they were like random stops. It was just like,
What kind of car?
I was in an old Saturn that was a little beat up to a point of like,
Sketchy.
did you steal that car? Oh, I
Well, I guess my car is a fucking mark because my license plate got stolen. And they use it for robbery.
Oh, good. Okay.
At least you put it to good use. Thankfully, I made the police report because otherwise I would have literally been harassed by the cops for a crime I did not commit.
So, when you finish a pull, you're doing fine. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Or turn the tool around and use the curvy side if you want to avoid that line right now.
Okay.
But otherwise, on your pulls, try to, like, hold that there and then go straight into the compression. That will keep that,
this
like,
line on the top?
so that unevenness is either coming from, like, you left a little behind when you first started, or you came off a little early, like at the top, and you didn't let the spiral finish.
So wait, how would I use this for that?
You could just do that when you get to the top, then you have your grid like, or grab one that fits the shape a little bit better. Why I have so many. But once you're up here, you can hold and press using this wall. Yeah, this is nice. I made that one.
Oh, you made it?
Yeah. I guess I didn't make the wood, but you know.
That's cool.
Got a bunch, or a belt sander. And yeah, I was kind of thinking about wood right now. It's really fun. It's nice. It's so much like clay, but not like very obviously not.
What kind of stuff would you make?
Right now, I'm kind of just thinking about tools. Maybe doing some like knives, to be honest, but not like smaller ones, like for clay.
And then how do you attach the metal part?
It's
Or would you make it without?
no, I would do like you'd have like one solid blade through, and then like a casing. And then it's just like a brass pin and rosin. So, I like want to learn how to make like old tools, not necessarily ones that you would like use in the kitchen,
Like a dagger?
yeah, not even a dagger, more just like, I don't know, I kind of just want to be a caveman a little bit and make some old tools and then use them on whatever I need to.
Have you done like wood burning, wood carving?
I have been whittling. My grandpa loves doing that, and I've done a few with him. But otherwise, had a wood burner. I wanted to do where I got stuck. I was gonna like bend a piece of metal into like the shape of a lizard and then branch them. Like that.
Oh, that's very
That's where I got stuck on that. So I was almost there.
Yeah, that seems complicated.
Not too much. Just need the metal that can get hot enough. And then you have to be able to bend it. So it's usually brass. Like not brass.
One of my clients' dads makes bows.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Apparently they're like really, really cool and people keep telling him to like sell them. He's like, no, it's just for fun.
You could make a killing at the Ren Fair, but that is kind of late stage capitalism brain. So no, just enjoy.
Yeah. I know. Let's just have a hobby.
It's okay to have a hobby. Multiple hobbies. If you don't make anything off of.
And then one of my other clients is trying to practice like tattooing, which is such an interesting thing to practice because you literally need human flesh to practice. They make like fake skin, but it apparently is really creepy.
It's, I feel like it's easy to make skin. See, this is my brain. Welcome to my brain. I've been playing with like gelatin to make big bioplastic. And it feels so much like skin that I have thought about, like, is this just tattoos? Like, I'll bring it out. But it's a hard thing to practice. You are correct. I had a couple friends allow me to brace their arms. I got okay.
It's good. Have you tattooed yourself?
That's what all of these are.
I'm just very glad that I didn't get the tattoos I wanted in college.
Very good.
Very glad that I was too broke.
Yeah, sad. I only went this far. That one is some stupid shit. My friend got like this tall, across his knee, A-tab.
Says what?
He got like A-tab, like all cops are bastards. And his mom,
She pissed.
she was just like, Alex, you need to get that off. You need to get that covered. And it's so funny knowing Kelly. I know you don't know Kelly, but she's just this like extraordinarily loud, the kind of woman who like screams while talking, but is not screaming at you. Anyway, yeah, no, me too.
Yeah, I wanted some really basic ass shit like a dream catcher with peacock feathers all over my ribs.
Woo!
Thank God. And I was certain that I would never not want that. Certain.
I want this for the rest of my life. Why would I?
Why would I ever change my mind? Thank God.
Thank God.
And now, like, the only things I would consider getting would be, like, very small little, like, hamsa or, like, a evil eye. And, like, what is the point, honestly? I just feel like I might as well wear jewelry, which I already do. Okay. Do you think I can make a purchase?
What were your last words?
Can I make a carbon?
Yeah.
Like the curve?
So how do you, what is the shape you're going for? And then how do you want it to be? Like, do you want it like more dramatic or do you want it? I think some things to think about, you don't need to give me an answer.
So,
Honestly.
it doesn't have to be matcha bowl, but what I was kind of inspired by was a matcha bowl that was just a little bit more like goofed out on the sides.
Is it taller?
I mean, it was maybe a little bit taller than what it made. Not dramatic.
I mean, yeah, because like there are certain things like Chawan versus like meat versus just like a regular. If you want to get specific with it, there's a name for it, and then you can look at those vessels.
Right.
That's what I do.
Well, it is a chawan, but it's just a more round one than the low kind of cylindrical one that I made.
Does it have a foot at all?
Like slightly.
Like,
I can show you. Do you want me to show you the video?
yeah, sure. Also drawn out. So next week is, like I said, it's all about shaping, but it also is kind of like a step session. We just squish it in. Look on the inside. They're both even, like width or whatever. So you want to make sure that like the bottom is as wide as the top right now. So you have a small slope in there.
Okay, if it's still there.
On the interior. See how much glaze that we create there?
Oh yeah.
So you can widen this a little bit more and or compress the bottom. You want this to be nice and strong in the interior. There. Go to that side or this one. Straight on and down. And then give it a little hug. What you don't want is like the corner there. That corner is holding all of that tension. Right? So you want to just make sure that that's nice and strong. One of the sides on them is meant to do this. But you might want to go for the longer one. That. Oh, nice. Straight on down and just kind of out. I usually forget to compress until you've got at that point. So that's why I make this. Now from there you can either use your fingers to kind of like press out at the. So like how I make this, when I go down and I do this part first, and then I'm gonna bring it up. So I'm not gonna start at the top and like widen it up. I'm going
Start at the bottom.
yeah, like you want to like make sure it's all stacked evenly on the way up.
So because it has like two bubbles, am I making one bubble and then cinching in it, or making one at a time?
You're gonna like prep the walls to be the bubbles. You're gonna leave a little extra. You can always trim some out. So you're not trying to get it exactly. You need more, like at the curve. Like I have about that much play, like to trim off because I need to support how wide this curve is going. But on the inside, it's not. Like I'm purposely leaving play behind.
Okay.
I'm confusing the shit out of you, possibly.
Yeah, because I feel like what I'm doing right now is thinning the wall out from the inside.
You have enough. Like this is also like because you don't want to have a big bubble at the bottom. You don't want to see it, but you want it in there. So okay.
So wait, because in that cup it doesn't show the inside, so would it be bubbled out in the inside, or you're saying it's
It's
gonna
probably flat. flatter on the bottom, and it just goes into a gradual curve. It might be more swooped on the bottom.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But
from the inside, it's curved
Yeah.
inside too.
So, because if you push out all the way into the like actual curve that you're like looking for, that is, and then it goes again, that's gonna collapse. It's not gonna be strong enough. So you have to like make it in there and leave the clay behind to keep the support, and then cinch it in, and then like bubble out the top. I'm gonna figure out how to say that fully in a more organized way. But
I'm just trying to visualize it.
it's really just about making sure that this upward that bubble up top is gonna want to flare out, or when you push it in, it might sink in.
Yeah.
So that bottom bubble is like really strong and not solid. But
Okay, but you're saying to start flaring it out, do it from the base and go up.
a little down there, but you're not. They just from
Doing amazing.
so the rim needs to be slightly narrower than the bottom, so that when you go and push it out, it's gonna go back to the same width as the So really, it's just prepping it to be static. Because you can always trim the curve in, and then the tool, it really needs to see. And it's not like you can't use something else. It's one that's like built to do this shape, but it's not necessary. And if anything, I have. Oh, here it is. I don't talk shit about it. Sorry, tool. Here you are. So the thing is, once you start pressing this out, this part gets unstable. So you want to like. So you're using this the same way as the other rigs. You get it wet first. Now you're gonna follow the line still. Try to stay like behind it while you're doing it. You're coming up and around. Lighten your pressure when you get to that point, like in
Wait, what do you mean behind it? Yeah, so see how there's going to be extra clay here that you have to like really push through versus up here where it's going to be a lot lighter. So this curve is going to get established first, and you're going to go down here, and then that you're going to end up like hitting or like running into it all. And then the point here too, you don't want to have it directly in. You can guide this out right now. But yeah, just something you think about, because then you're going to end up like tripping off the excess clay. It's more about just setting yourself up to get to the point you want to. Do you think I should do the top first?
You could do either. I would get a little bit more clay outwards first. See how you've got the slope like right in here. Like if you go for the bottom and then kind of touch the top a little bit. See how it goes. Just keep the rib on the plate. it down a little bit. And then go back down to the top.
Right. So you were kind of pulling away from it a little bit. So it might need a little bit of rib in.
Like the resistance from that and like the force to get into the ribs, like it will send play. I think this is what I was trying to say. It will make it a little unstable. You do have the wall. Okay, so there's like a lot of idiots who hate this. It always tries these things because it's like that's not the way to do it. As far as I know it, you can force any clay into the soft material. You can force it into a shape, but it's always a kind of bubble. So like I always like to work on the inside to establish a shape. So like this will help guide it, and then from here I'm gonna put this guy, and that can like help me with more of the curve. Come up here. Now using a point, you can come back in, put that guy. Yeah, and now you just try to push it in. The top. Put your thumb on the ridge. So you can give it a little hug. It's a nice one though. So maybe not. The top is now a little bit thin. Yeah. So that piece that we were looking at is probably a lot taller. It's probably more like 5.
So if I wanted to narrow the bottom, I would just do that in there. The top is uneven now.
So when it's helped me a lot, like instead of, and this is generally actually something you think about when you're making a bowl, that the interior silhouette is what the bowl is. So you're throwing according to the inside, not what it looks like on the outside. That's hard. It takes a second, but it is worth it. You're trimming it off anyway.
Do you think I need to cut the top?
You might need to, but it will try to bring it in first. You're gonna need, like, that's kind of what I meant when I said you're gonna need to bring the whole thing in. Like, the whole thing needs to happen to prevent it from,
Like the bottom.
you're currently in a fight with centrifugal force. All the clay wants to do is listen to that. So, this, like, you want that part to be a little bit tighter, and this part to be a little bit narrower. So you come in from underneath with both curves first. Instead of outside, now you can take this part off where that line is. That's excess. That's like not wanting to stick too wet to compress into the rest of this. Feel right in here. there's excess clay that actually doesn't want to be in this curve, but it wants to be in the supporting.
So is it going to keep holding in?
Yeah. Yeah, go to the other side. So when it starts to do that, it's kind of usually better to just get a hood all the way around. And now try to deposit some of that clay right in that zone.
Where in the middle?
Yeah. But like don't come off so fast. Like hold it there, let it even out, and then continue going. Go back to your stuff. Alright, now like you're entirely just resting the top there.
Does it look more compressed on top or something?
It is. It's even on top though, so like that, your pull is nice and solid and consistent, and it's long enough to let it settle into itself. There is a torn wall in there right now. That's probably from getting like pressed in tools earlier. These are right.
What?
Thank you for bearing with me as I try to figure out how to explain this.
Just trying to synthesize everything. This line
Yeah, so you're good. You're gonna want to find the lowest point of the
spiral.
Now, you're not gonna want to cut straight through. This is a common sense issue. So I'm where you are. So you're holding it like coming in around 5. You don't want to have the tool pointed back. So it's like moving with the clay. Yes, so this is your guide. You're going until you feel your finger. So I try to go in on it. Yeah, I try to go as passively as I can, as slowly as I can. So you need to do that again. too. This way, I think it's the most accurate. But I have seen it on the inside. I haven't been able to figure out how to do the inside yet. And I heard it was like, I saw it and it was like, you usually do this, right? And it was like on that side, I was like, yeah. So I tried and I was like, I don't know, I don't see the total benefit yet, but it's really about just keeping with the flow of the play.
I watched a video about tap centering. I was like, okay, I get it intellectually now, but it will only be a matter of trial and error to actually do it.
It's all about rhythm.
Yeah.
It's a good challenge. But you do have to remember to wet the wheel and the pot while doing it.
Yeah.
I much prefer not to lug it down if I can. But
What do you mean?
sometimes you got to, like right now.
Oh, lug it down.
Yeah, it's just not listening and not. It's a little bit too dry at the top for consistently stiff.
Something about the top still seems wobbly to me.
It is in the curve. There's one part that's like flatter, and it might be a reason because of support. Not try to go the opposite way with it. Instead of like pressing down, try to like not wait from the curve right below, like where it, actually you probably should have seen it.
That's what I figured.
Now, the curvy pots are hard.
Yeah.
It's,
Because right now it looks okay, but I just don't know, is it going to start feeling sound?
yeah, it'll make it. On the next one, do you have the metal rig with you over there? You should try to incorporate the metal rig in more. This one can get a little mean, but I love these. But yeah, either one of these, because this compresses the clay, makes it stronger on the outside. And then that's how this is how I portray big cylinder. Rib the hell out of it with that tool and
On the
then
outside?
show on the inside. Because then that's holding the wall structure. It's like tight, and so then it's like the interior is like.
I'm kind of afraid of this one. I don't really know.
So you can bend the hell out of those too.
I'm not shaping with this, right? I'm just
No,
pressing.
here, try this one. This one. dry enough to trim? I am almost done.
It's not what I did last time. I chose dryer than other ones.
Yes, it was. I got a little bit dry, so it might be too dry to trim. So you can rehydrate them though. If there's still a little bit of moisture left in there, just leave it in the box with a wet rag, and it's usually okay to go with like it should be okay by next class.
Can you tell if this is
If it is a little dry, you can do one. It's got a little bit of coldness still, so I would say like wrapping it up.
what about this one?
That one's staying. That one's great. That's perfect. Yeah. It might be a little wet.
Yeah.
This is where porcelain can get kind of funny. Where like the outside feels drier, but the inside is not. It's like in the ones that are find where the breeze is strongest. Like in this zone. If you're trimming them, this one's probably nice. It's this pretty thin, but you have a lot of fun play time
Okay.
over there.
Is that a good dryness though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It may get too soft. Once you start going deeper, in that case, switch out tools to a rounded turn.
So this one, the inside is super thick. So can I afford to make more of a foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't want to make it you don't want to go deeper than, like you're not going in, you're just taking it off the side.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, because you can't put tools in the way it's like pushing in already. You see how thin it, like this was.
No, yeah, the bottom, but then like this part.
Yeah, you can take. That's.
But just like not any further than the center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that.
So you can have a lot of fun with that one.
Sweet. Okay. Alright, I gotta clean this up.
They get better every week.
Do I need to clean the whole thing or just the top? I'm looking at some of those and I'm like, why did I throw that? I don't remember.
If the bottom is really wet, should I put it? Yeah, upside down.
Jazz in the Jungle.
Jazz in the Jungle. No, but I've been wanting to.
In the Miami Beach Botanical Garden. I saw it because I moved here a year ago in February. And I remember seeing it, but I thought it was like year round. So I didn't go. And then I was like, fuck, it's over. So I've like been waiting for it to come back. And I think the first one is tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to go. So I'm hoping that they'll announce more dates soon.
Oh, so it's seasonal.
Yeah. Well, but it's so funny because like back home they have that, but it's in summer. And here it's like the opposite. One of my friends from back home was like, oh, because I was like, oh, I'm so happy the sun came back out this week. And she's like, oh, I bet you can't wait for spring and summer. I'm like, oh, I could wait. I don't want it to get hot again.
No.
So nice in the winter.
It's perfect here, actually.
Like SoCal weather.
Why would I go anywhere else? The freeze?
Like, I do like hot weather, but I feel like nothing beats what we have right now.
You can wear anything.
Yeah, and you just don't feel gross. You're pleasant, you can sit in the full sun and like you're okay.
And then, like, in the summertime, it feels like the sun is in the living room with you. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
no.
can you not do this?
For me, the worst is like, I'll go into the grocery, like if I'm wearing my glasses, I'll go to the grocery store and I come out and they fog up. Because it's that humid.
It's so stupid.
It's so bad. Wheel 1, tap center 0. That went as bad as
That was pretty violent. Damn. Almost like beautiful, you know? You keep carving.
Can this even?
It's pretty rough, but there
Is it
a
really supposed to
technique.
be this soft when you trim it?
No, that's so there is porcelain being porcelain. If it might have just woken up. Water comes and soaks very quickly. But a lot of people do trim it soft like that, maybe a little bit harder. But even so, because it will, once it starts drying, it goes like really fast. So mostly it's just like the extremes of clay. Now there is a technique called kuriniki, where you carve away layers of clay. And it's like, it looks a little bit more glacial inspired.
Glacial?
Like, I have a pot that I'll bring out. That's good.
Messed up another one of my photos. This is my perfect mug. And I just practiced it all on it. Okay, I love that one. So I also did this.
Shit!
I was feeling to see how dry it was, and now I know. But the thing is, I feel like
Hello.
hello.
Dad Alana, along with Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Beaver. Got the name tag on today.
Who has the name tag on? How's the last one?
The,
Last one.
oh, it was good.
What?
Yeah, it was packed.
What? You have
Yeah.
a place to park?
Yeah, I went in the garage.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
You could use variety of things. Truly just play around. If anything, it's lost, right? But
Let's see what we can do with it.
okay. And also, if you want to straighten out the rig. Yes. So, if you wanted to correct the rig, do you want to? Or have you figured that out yet? Okay, so if you do want to get it centered as best you can.
Oh my god.
Best you can. Best you can. This is not gonna be. There's a little water there. And then I'm just gonna do like this little knob because that's gonna crack off. You could come in and like try to keep it straight. You could also
Okay.
give yourself a guide. You're gonna hold on to that stays at the height that you're looking to cut. And then you hold that all together. And then just
Turn the thing. Okay. Cool. What if I wanted to make it kind of like curvy, but like smoother?
but smoother.
Yeah.
Then just cut.
Just use that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do draw like a guideline first.
Okay.
Because then that wire will follow it a little easier.
Got it.
And just kind of sketch it out with that.
Okay.
But yeah, draw a guideline, and then
Okay.
you don't have to have it on the wheel for that. It might be easier to hold it in your hand and cut that way. And I also have like exactos and stuff. And bug spray if you need it. That is
Perfect.
free. And then also if you see one that's huge, say do you see the burnt or no? This will actually kill it off. Yeah, I'm loving that stuff right now.
I stumbled across a video last night where they were showing Janet Haig working.
Janet Haig.
Haig. She does. It said Jewish Museum of London, so I'm assuming they all live in London. but she was coil building, but like these big things, but then they were very like jagged, but then she made all sorts. She was like rolling things in them, making little marks, and doing like very random underglazing. But then they didn't show the finished product. It's like, come on.
Yeah, there's if that yeah, let me know if you're like finding yourself more intrigued by it.
No, I think it was too chaotic for me.
That hurt.
I mean, I appreciate it, but I was like, no, I think I like the more like, not like perfect, but like uniformness of what we've been doing.
Yeah. No, the wheel's the way to go.
Yeah.
I had to do hand building for a while. I think I told you guys I like hurt my wrist really bad.
Oh no.
I could throw for like 6 months.
What did you do?
I was making templates for a class, so I was cutting and I slipped.
Oh yeah, you told me.
So I lost the use of my hand for a good amount of time there. And still have some nerve damage, but I can tell like this finger, like this hurts to do.
Have you ever gotten acupuncture?
I've thought about it a lot.
Because I had, well,
Yeah, somebody you can recommend.
not here, unfortunately.
That's been the problem.
I haven't been there yet, but I know there's a community clinic in Pembroke Pines, which would be worth checking out. They also have a like student clinic in Fort Lauderdale, but I had a really bad experience there, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
But I do know that they charge like $20 for the visit, so it might be worth checking out. Maybe you'll get a different doctor than me. But the reason I say that is because, you know, I've used it. I'm not currently seeing someone, but I've been getting acupuncture on and off for the last like 11 years. And among other things, I've had both ankles sprained at different times. And those are like notoriously hard to heal and easy to re-injure. And when I tell you acupuncture healed them to like nil. Yes. So I highly recommend.
Yeah, because like I'll get it's what like I one person doing it, I'm like straight that wrist. Like at this point, like if I let my wrist bend that way, like I get the worst pain and it almost sets it. I think it does set off perfectly.
Yeah.
Because then I can't use my wrist for like a week. It's
Oh,
like
that's inconvenient.
but I think something gets held up in like this zone. I had a massage therapist in class in August, and I didn't happen that week because like I taught so many classes that week, like I got lazy, and I was like trying to help her. And I was like, I'm sorry, like I can only guide right now.
Oh no.
But she was like, come here, give me your hand. I'm like, okay. And she told me to do something that helped a lot, but I've been doing that, right? So I just feel like
Yeah. I don't know. I would try acupuncture because I just feel like there's ways that it makes sense how it works, and then there's like the magical things that it's doing that nothing else does.
yeah. I mean, I fully believe in like all of it. I don't know if it's like toxic accumulation or bad energy or whatever, but like I played softball in high school and winter, so like I was constantly having my arm working.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then nothing ever helped until one of my coaches like his wife had been in a car accident and she kept getting knots in her shoulder, and then he like ended up working out the knots in my shoulder. Yeah, no, I'm sure I can do wonders.
Yeah, and I swear by chiropractic as well, but I feel like because I just feel like what you're describing, I think acupuncture would probably help more.
They're definitely very specific points along my body that are used or used or like in my last video I heard that I was like bad because it was just so bad in your back. Way before you were prostituted, like it was everybody's all animal now. Like, we're squatting.
Yeah, I watched this video last night. It was like this old like Japanese guy throwing it, and he had his wheel like on the ground, and he was sitting in front of it. Which like I know obviously in Japanese culture they sit on the ground, but I feel like the angle was like your lower back would hurt.
It makes a lot of sense. Like, there's a lot of ways that it's been westernized
Yeah.
to be off the ground because it's dirty.
So you think it would be better for your back though?
I wanted to raise my wheel so that I could like lean forward into the more.
Yeah.
But then like it's here, then you're able to like
But he was sitting cross-legged.
just like chilling.
Yeah, which I feel like I am comfortable sitting that way, but having to lean forward, you like your back is bracing you, versus like squatting or sitting on a stool where you can have your like legs up, like how you were sitting.
So you're propping yourself too, like to
Yeah.
have your legs higher. Not everybody does that. I think it's the reason why a lot of people have a hard time sitting because they're not able to get their legs in.
Yeah. But so if I was sitting cross-legged and then leaning forward, like there's not a lot to brace you other than your lower back.
Yeah, you have it's strong core. Yeah, those the old ceramic grandpas are some of the strongest fucking people on the planet, I swear. Probably why they all live so fucking long too. Like, it's yeah. There's a lot of 96-year-old daughters still
Yeah.
going, still making.
But it's just crazy because it's something that people have been doing for like what thousands of years.
At least 30,000.
I like am. So I don't know. I haven't yet, but I want to look up a video about like the history of ceramics and like the evolution of it. 'Cause it just is something that's so like pervasive in every culture and like so distinct in each culture too.
Like my little note. I didn't even know that one. Like fix up my tips and tricks book, but it's endless. It's 30,000 years old. There's like it's in every culture, in every kitchen, in every country, in every bathroom. Like it's
Everywhere.
everywhere. And yeah, there's like so many different conditions of making and ways of making and ways of thinking about it, and it's hard to put it all down at once. I have a ton of books. If you ever want to look at
I
me.
would love to. Yeah.
Forgot half of them were taken. So you sent me that, but here's some of it.
I got this one at Sushi.
It's funny. This is not the best, but it's also something. Then I'm also not this one. It's like the original one. It's a great introduction. But it's like a quick little overview of a whole bunch of different stuff. And then there's like the foot, the clay that you're taking off. Pictures. I love shit like this. But this one's like one that is referred to a lot. I didn't realize it when I got it.
Oh, really?
And then I'm looking through it. I'm like, why is this like so? This is like everything I've ever read. It's like talking. It's from like the turn of the century, so they had just acquired or figured out electric wheels. So it's
How did they
like
power them before? A kick wheel?
a kick wheel, yeah. Or one more plan. It may be convenient to set up a wheel with a vertical lathe and a belt and handle turned by an assistant.
A slave.
Its cost of labor would soon pay for a mechanical wheel.
It does.
Where in Morocco is your family from?
My dad is from Fez. You know
That's
there?
the pottery capital.
Is it?
Is it? Sorry.
Where did you go when you were
Like,
there?
the entire city is pottery.
Really?
Like, when I went for tourism in America, so I wanted to, like, not gonna make it to the giant.
Yeah. I know, I've only been to Marrakesh too.
But yeah, the pottery area was
Yeah. My dad's dad was a jeweler there. Yeah. But unfortunately, I will never get to go with my dad now. And before he died, I asked him, he was like showing me places on the map, like their apartment, their school, and I was like, can you like write all this down for me? And he's like, no. Like, bro, I want to go visit. I should have just made him do it, but now, like, all three of his siblings are alive, but I don't really talk to any of them.
I'm sure they would, like, have
Yeah. I need to do it sooner than later, though, because, well, the one that I would probably ask is, like, I mean, my dad wasn't that old, but he's, like, in his early 60s, so I feel like I have a little bit of time. But I would rather just have it and not wait till I'm, like, ready to go, and then it be too late.
Yeah. It's something that is cool.
But I feel like, I mean, I'll obviously know when it's right, but I'm like always trying to think of like, who would I actually go with? Because there's so many things I want out of this trip. Like, you know, I've been once, but when I went, I was in college and I was broke, and I went for like 5 days with just a backpack on like Ryanair.
Yeah.
So
that sounds exactly like my experience.
Yeah. So So I definitely want an experience that's a little bit more like mature
Yeah.
and maybe like a little more luxurious than because you know there's a lot of like wonderful kind of luxury experiences you can get, but then equally I want to be able to do things that are meaningful and more like I guess unique to my family or like things that would be meaningful to me. So I don't know, someone that I could feel comfortable doing that, but also would be kind of on the same page of wanting to get this kind of luxury experience. And I feel like sometimes it's hard to like have both.
I am a full proponent of traveling alone.
Oh, me too, for sure.
Like, I would love, like, it's romantic to think about going on a trip, or like being a trip, or even like a partner or whatever, but like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Compromise anything.
Yeah.
Something you don't do something, you want to do something, you do something.
I'm definitely not opposed, but I feel like the older because I've traveled like pretty much all over the world and country alone, and I haven't gone everywhere, but like I've been to a lot of places alone, and I feel like the older I get, the less I want to do everything alone, if that makes sense.
No, for sure.
Even if it's just stuff like, God, I want someone to help fucking carry my suitcases or like watch my suitcase while I go to the bathroom, like stuff like that where you're like, oh my God, like somebody just help me.
Anybody out there?